How's it going, everybody? So let's continue and find something and make sure this tab, everything's straight. So let's go to this next tab. Um, so Batman Begins. What was it about Batman Begins? You know, in the URL, it's got the 37 and the 727, the length of iPet Goat 37, a prime number for the church. And so I wanted to show that. And then it's dates of May 31st, June 15th, June 17th. So notice those are Death and Rising days apart in the United States and then United Kingdom. One on the 15th, one on the 17th. So they are separated by 2 days. This 15th to the Rising Day, 7474. Is that our palindrome? I mean, our 37 progression. Yeah, it's 202 exact progressions of 37. So it's a direct hit of a 37 progression on the rising day. And notice June 17th is written out as 617. That was the OJ date. And even though it's the June 15th, that's the connection. I told you how 617 was representing rising, and the 300, no, the 113th prime number, 11-3, One World Trade Tower, uh, the date that it opened. And remember, 3/11, 2020 was when it was declared a global illness. 3/11 opposite 9/11. September is really once the seventh month, and most countries write it backwards. So it was really about 11/7, the beast rising, and what rose up. One World Trade Tower that opened on 11/3, 3/11, 11/3, 11/7. The AI made sure all this bounced off perfectly. So on the 6/15 to the rising day is an exact 37 progression. But notice 6/17 was also a release date in the United Kingdom or the United States, vice versa, one of them. Yeah, United Kingdom. 6/17 was the OJ White Bronco, like we said in the previous video. AC, Antichrist, driving the white Bronco. And we told you how OJ orange juice on Breakfast in America, right in front of the Twin Towers. They were holding up the tray of OJs or the orange juice. And the super for Supertramp, the U and the P were backwards, upside down 911s when you reverse it. But the 600, excuse me, the 113th prime number is 617, which is why you have these 617s with OJ and then on this Batman Begins. Anything else? Wow. 179 begins the hours on the Death and Rising Day. 79 murder in simple gematria. So next up, Oregon duck squirrel. Yeah. So Inception was the next big one up. Inception in the URL literally has 666. Inception, if I'm not mistaken, is part of our, yeah, it hits on the 30th. Inception, if I'm not mistaken, was November 30th. Yeah, Inception premiere 7/8/2010. Notice it's 148 minutes, which is Donald J. Trump and Simple Gematria 148. So this Inception is a big deal. And notice it's 1375666 in the URL. So Inception is a big deal. Notice it is 88, 8.8, IMDb. These are not coincidences. Again, Christopher Nolan. There it is, July 8th and July 16th with that's 148 minutes. So the July 8th inception, 5624. Nothing gigantic that you can really see. The hours begin with the 134, which was on the clocks Back to the Future when they had the 116. The other clock was 134 when it was Lone Palm or Lone Pine Mall. The other date, well, there's your 615. 5615. So if you run Inception to the rising day of December 1st, there it is, 617. Perfect for rising. What did we say? And remember, 666 in the URL. So folks, this is the AI giving you direct smash hits. One in the hours, it's 134,808. So you have that 134 of the Lone Pine Mall. And if we go to the Lone Pine Mall stuff, or Twin Pines Mall, Lone Pine Mall, there it is, your 116, backwards upside down 911, and your 134 for Lone Pine. And that does begin the hours. My goodness, Inception, a direct smash hit. Who would have thunk it? All right, let's move over to the next. So Tech versus State, they actually, in their fake world of fake college football, the transfer portal was, and Dr. Pepper Fansville, which is what this rivalry Saturday is all about. We can only imagine that he would be attending Ohio State, Michigan, Florida State, Auburn, Alabama. It's the Iron Bowl. I would pick Auburn, Alabama. The Iron Bowl, the iron mixing with clay. That's the most highest represented, but Ohio State, Michigan also. And then the event would take place while in the box, somebody's box, one of these games. So they had Tech versus State, which is exactly who the rivalry is, and Dr. Pepper Fansville. It's Tech versus State. Dr. Pepper Fansville, Tech versus State. In the Dr. Pepper Fansville ads, Fansville is a fictional town, university, which supports the generic state, in quotations, university, which is the rival of the equally generic Tech. So it's Tech versus State. Well, they had Mississippi State versus Texas Tech just weeks before the transfer portal. Well, the transfer portal commercials were already hitting with Dr. Pepper. And remember, the transfer portal of time was just weeks later on January 10th, 2022. But this game was played 2021 on December 28th. When you run December 28th to the rising day, it's 1434, which is an extremely gigantic personal cipher. But for all of us, just look at the years, months, days. 3 years, 11 months, 3 days. It's a palindrome of 311 and 11/3. We just got through telling you about November 3rd and of the opening of One World Trade Tower, November 3rd, and 311, which is when the global organization declared the global illness in 2020. 311 is opposite 9/11 on a circular calendar, and it was really about 11/7. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, The Dark Knight, Dark and Right Eye versus The Dark Knight Rises. It's all about death and rising. But there's your 3-11-3. 3-1-1-3. Monumental is what that is. All your college football is extremely fake, staged. Everybody's got radios in their helmets. Everybody knows where the play is calling. Probably an AI is telling the quarterbacks where to throw the football. Then we have Amsterdam. Whoops. So the film Amsterdam, which again had all the major players of the earth, every actor you can imagine. Sure enough, to the rising day, 11-7, right there in the days. 1170 days. 1170 days. 38 perfect months. 13 days. 38 death and murder in the 4 base ciphers. Unbelievable. Direct super smash hit. The other date has your 1149 on the death day. And remember, 49 is his name in one of the 4 base ciphers. By the way, 38 does come to 149, and that was 149 with 38 or 380 in the month. I forget what it was. Anyway, 38 in the months. The Godfather. Okay. So The Godfather has 686 in the URL. Remember, 68 in reverse reduction is Antichrist, and 68 is also his name in reverse reduction. It is his biggest number. It's everywhere, but it's not the one the other conspiracy theory channels will tell you because they're all controlled. That's why this channel here never grows, or these other coding and conspiracy or whatever, thousands and thousands of views, thousands and 10,000 followers. Yeah, the AI controls all of that. So you got your 686.46 in the URL. I don't monetize my channel. The Lord's provided enough money for me. So my YouTube is free. There should never be commercials with my YouTube. Godfather, March 14th and March 24th, but most importantly, 175 minutes. Revelation 17:5, which is the minutes of the Godfather, is where it's all capitals, each word, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of all harlots. 17:5 is gigantic because of that reason in their coding. That's why the Godfather, Donald means world ruler, Don means boss. And so off we go. The Godfather is a 37 progression. It's 1961-0, 1961. Anybody born in the year 1961 divides evenly by 37. Their year times their month times their day. And so 19610 divided by 37. It's 530 progressions of 37. 53 is a big number. It's the length of all trailers, and it's the width of the college and pro football field, 53 yards. And remember Herbie the Love Bug with the 53. 53 is a gigantic number in their world. It's also 53 years, 8 months, 7 days. So 53's all over the place. The Godfather. All right, what else? What else can we get into? What else is pulled up? I never did figure out what that was, what that was, what that was. Where are we at? All right, let's go. And let's go Army versus Navy. The JFK. I think we already did the JFK, didn't we? I just never took it down. Yeah, we did that. We did that in a previous video. How it's direct smash hits. Yes. So 12/20/1991. I think we already did all of this. So when he said, I am the chosen one, that was 8/21/2019. I think it's a 37 progression. That's why I've got it pulled up. 2294. And that might be what some of the others are that I've got pulled up. Yeah, it's a perfect 62, 37 progressions when he said, I am the chosen one, somebody had to do it. Now think about that. 62, 602 is Revelation in Strong's Concordance. Gigantica. Lastly, Jets Raiders. Is anything over here, anything that we needed to do? I think that 121, 1998. And see, I don't remember what that was. But that's some killer numbers right there. So the X Across America Total Solar, yeah, that's a smash. Big time smash. It's a the X Across America Total Solar is, yeah, I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it. Is a direct hit for December 1st. That's what that was. So did I go back and find that? Oh, Obama, his birth certificate's a hit. Remember, the birth certificate was all what his birthday was made a big deal. His birthday is a 37 progression. 23495. 635 progressions. The total solar X Across America had a midpoint that was also a total solar on 12/14/2020. It was the exact midpoint day between the two total solars that made the X Across America. Well, there was also a total solar on that day. It's a perfect 49 progressions to the rising day, just like Obama's to the rising day. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it. Um, August 21st, 2019. I don't think we looked at the progression. We just looked at other stuff, didn't we? Oh, we did. 2294. 62 progressions. Okay, sorry. I'm getting old, people. So the 12198, I wonder what that is. It's one of these on here. But Trump's golden statue at CPAC is a direct hit. Johnny Carson, JC, Jesus Christ, final show on May 22nd, 1992. When Alice Tully Theater opened on 9/11, 1969. Anne Hathaway's birthday. She was in The Dark Knight Rises, his love interest, Christian Bale's love interest, and she was also Jake Gyllenhaal, Donnie Darko's love interest in Love and Other Drugs. So the day they lied to you about Osama bin Laden, May 2nd, 2011. Let's look at that. May 2nd, 2011. May 2nd, 2011, to the rising day. 5327. Well, there's another 53 for you, huh? Nope. So what day does that fall into? Oh, it's off a day. It's off one day because it was 143.9. Ooh, it's going to be a perfect 144 for the church. That would be what? The day before, I think. So if you run that to the 30th, 5326. No. So guess what? It's 12/1 when you include both dates. 5328. Perfect 144,000 on Osama bin Laden Day. Look at that. Perfect. 175 months even. Remember, 175 always represents Revelation 17:5. The all capital letters. Look at the weeks. 761 weeks and one day. If you don't include both days, it's a perfect 171 weeks. One, did I say? Let's say that again. 761 weeks. 761 is the total verses of 404 Daniel plus 404 Revelation plus 357 Daniel. It was in the car tag or the bus vehicle tag in The Dark Knight right after they showed you the 135 on Bruce Wayne's car. The 135th prime number is 761. They coded both. Fallen angels knew what we would be doing. We pick up on their codes like nobody else picks up on their codes anywhere on the Internet of Things. Just like we can't find anybody that tells the truth in God's word like we do. No free will. Hell is not eternal torment. Christmas is pagan. Easter is pagan. Birthdays are pagan. Free will is a satanic doctrine. It's all about God's will. He's declared the end from the beginning. Everything is said. Everything is meant to be. He's even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. God of the Old Testament is just playing the role that the sovereign God ordained he would play. Same with Jesus. That's why Jesus said, don't you know I got to follow the script? Don't you know I got to follow the scriptures? Don't you know I got to do what is written? I have to do what God's already ordained. Everything is set. Your life, my life, everybody's life. Day we were born, day we die, our hairs aren't even numbered to the exact number. Hell is not eternal torment. Mark of the beast is total human body possession. That's all it is. Buying and selling is metaphoric. It's abstract speech. Probably to mislead the goats. But the Trump golden statue at CPAC, 2/26/2021. Let's close with that. 2/26/2021. 2/26/2021. 1739. Hope this isn't another mathematical error. It's a perfect 47 progressions. That's his number. That was the golden statue at CPAC. The Trump golden statue at CPAC. Absolutely fascinating. Can't make this stuff up, people. You really, really can't. Might as well put in that date, huh? 6/17. Chariots of Fire also. All right, anyway, Love you guys. Where's our recording? I lost it. Somewhere along the way, I have to be able to cancel this video. Okay. At what point did we quit recording? There it is. Okay. Found it. Now I can end the Zoom. Thank you. Love y'all.